I didn't know what graybeard was until about 10 minutes ago. Phil's going to explain it to you. Let's get out of here.
What's happening, my brother?
Nothing much. So tell me, what is a graybeard?
So, the graybeard is an older gentleman that when you're young you meet up with. Sometimes you don't listen to, but every once in a while you find somebody that you respect, you look up to, and you wonder, what the heck does this person have to say?
He is the most interesting man in the world.
I met my graybeard when I was a little bit older, married, had a job with Eastman Kodak, and
Peg, kids, time to torture me. I'm home.
this guy came in to head up a whole new division, and there was only 3 of them that came in, and there was a president and this guy Graybeard.
The Three Amigos.
Kind of like an outcast, in the company. Anyway, long story short, I always came in early, and our team was always in early, and we stayed late and that kind of thing. And I came in early, and I was smoking a cigarette as I entered into the parking lot. And I saw Graybeard's car parked, and he had this like 70s vintage Mercedes-Benz 4-door sedan, kind of a brown bronze color, absolutely mint condition. And I pulled into my spot, and I get out, and Graybeard gets out, and he's got a trench coat on, his fedora hat, and he comes out, and he's got his white beard, and he's got his gray hair, and he says, hey, and I says, hey, and he says, you're Philip Rispoli. I says, yeah. He says, yeah, I heard a lot about you. I said, well, yeah, wow. He says, I understand you know a lot about this business. I says, yeah, I do. He says, yeah, he says, we just came on board. He says, we know nothing about this business. And he says, I understand you want to get into sales.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
I said, yeah, I do. He says, well, he says, I'll tell you, I've got an opportunity for you. He says, but I've got to know an answer, right now. And I said, what? He says, listen, he says, we've got to set up our team over here, and we don't have any expertise at all in the printing business. He says, and we need somebody like you who can give us credibility. He says, here's what I'm willing to do. He says, if you can come on our team, he says, and give us credibility and work as our technical person in the printing business. He says, in 1 year's time on your anniversary, he says, I'll make you a salesperson, and I'll show you the ropes, and you'll make all the money you'll ever need to make in the future.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
And he says, but, he says, the thing is that you have to make a decision right now. And I said, what? He says, that's right. You have to make a decision right now. He says, and one more thing is you'll have to take a cut in pay. And right on the spot, I said, I'll do it. And I put out my hand and I shook. I said, but I've got to go inside and tell you. He said, nope. He says, I'll take care of it. And I said, well, I got to go in. He says, I got to go tell, my boss. He says, nope. He says, you're on my team now. And that day, that single day changed my life forever. That one yes, that split-second decision without hesitation, without saying, I got to go talk to my wife, I got to go do this. From that day on, made everything in my life change. Not only did I take a cut in pay, but eventually made more money in my future than ever before.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Today, we're now in the real estate business. This is the 4th industry from that time of being in the printing business, the 4th different industry that I'm in. I'm now 67. I am now a graybeard. And so the videos that you're now seeing, really just an extension of the things that I've learned, from my early days, my whole life, from my first graybeards to me being a graybeard and sharing this today. Listen, if you like what you hear, just press the subscribe button, share this, and listen. Talk to you soon.